see water behind.
Well, that's really pretty. Do you get the sound effects?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
absolutely.
I wonder if those big parking, remember the bees we had in Puerto Vallarta that would
Let me
barrel
know
into
when
the
you're
wood?
ready. I'm gonna ask a question about
These aren't the African bees.
I don't know. I'm not sure they're a bee.
I'm not in that.
Don't leave them alone. We're just
It just
checking
doesn't
them
like
The
to
one
out.
go
who
land
just
on.
was screwing around with something that could have attacked her.
I don't like to piss off things like that.
You ready to roll?
Yeah. So can you give me a marker, a hand marker?
Oh, sure.
Hand clap.
It's got to be close to Harlan. So I
There you
can
go.
see it too.
Anywhere there.
Perfect.
You ready?
Yep.
Chapman B roll.
Okay. So Harlan, tell me about when you first met Fran.
Oh, well, I was in the hospital in Oakland, California. That's where, after we came back to the States, people on the West Coast went to the Oakland for debriefing and medical, and I was there for a couple months for the debriefing. Well, I had a chance for Liberty, and I had family in the Denver area of Colorado, and a niece who was just actually 13 years younger than I. Let's see, how was
Unimportant.
okay. Anyway, niece there, and went to Denver and saw my folks and saw my niece, and my niece's friend was Fran here, and we were introduced at that time, which was in
March.
of
73.
73.
Exactly a month after you came home because the shoot down
Right, we watched
next
the shoot.
group came
saw
home.
that,
We
right.
watched them come home on TV.
So we ended up having dinner with the family, and then we scampered off to a bar too and did some dancing.
The family did. They took you out to
Oh,
show you discotheques and things that. So we
Fran,
went out
if you
as
could
a
sit
group.
a little more next to him. There you go. Now I can see your face. Great.
Okay.
Perfect. But I love when you look at him.
Yeah. So we went out and did the town for a couple hours,
Yeah.
which was lots of fun.
Yep.
That's the first time you kissed me in an elevator.
Harlan, you dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great place because they can't run away if it's in an elevator.
But it's become a tradition. He kisses me in the elevator almost every time we're in one.
Beautiful. And Fran, talk about how you enjoy wildlife with Harlan and walking out in the mountains. And
Well, I don't think Harlan spent a whole lot of time except working in the park when he was in school. But when we started dating, I told him that the kids and I were serious campers. That's what we did for recreation.
And I told you, Marine students don't camp
Voluntarily.
They camp.
So 40 years later, we were still hiking, backpacking, and
I learned to camp in the civilian style.
And I understand Fran is quite a gardener, Harlan. Talk to me about that.
Oh, she's up first thing. She gets up a half an hour earlier than I do just to go out and
survey
it.
the kingdom.
and play with her plants. And she's happy out here in Arizona because she gets to play with cactus. She hadn't played with cactus before, so it's a new experience for her. And it's amazing the flowers and such that cactus can come up with.
And Harlan, do you ever, when you're out with Fran, walking around looking at the beauty of nature, does it ever strike you how lucky you are after what you went through?
Well, I know that I'm married to. This is the beauty of nature. No, I'm so fortunate. She's such a beautiful woman at your age.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You want to do the photo?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's start with the iPad. You think?
Yeah.
Take a look at the photo and see what you
Carrie,
think.
can you walk around over there, and as you're describing, can you talk to Carrie and ignore Patrick and I
Yes.
entirely?
Okay.
But I want you to stand
Would
to
you
the
let me
right.
out
No,
of
I
here?
know. I'm
Yeah, you
pulling
will.
up the
You
picture.
got it. Right.
Want me to get out of here?
No, you can stay there.
No, you stay. Patrick, where is the photo?
Under photos. Here.
Can I hold that for you when you grab your iPad? Wow, they're very, very curious about you, these bees.
But they're not aggressive. They're not.
No, they
Yeah.
benign, which is
I think
I'm
they're
very
smarter than we
very
think.
happy about. But there's the poison oak I stepped into,
Ivy.
or
yeah.
ivy, and I'm not sure if I'm allergic, so
Oh,
we're gonna get
yeah,
the soap on. There's a
right.
special soap.
But it's on your boots right now.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so
Take
don't
a look
touch
in
them.
camera whether you can see this at all, or whether it would be better to have her.
Yeah, we'll do an insert of that.
Yeah, I know. It's a question of whether
Can you
show
turn-
him the photograph. if
Can you
would.
turn the brightness up? High. on it?
Oh.
It's all the way up.
Okay.
And then take a look at this, Bill.
This is an emotional one.
Yeah.
It's all right,
Yes.
though.
Take a look at. Show that to Bill, please.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
seen that one. So I'll
Okay.
be able to see that through the back of the paper as he's holding it.
So which one?
Paper.
Okay.
Now that he knows what it is. All right.
He does. He knows.
Okay. Well, just hang on, Harlan, and then we're going to have you tell Carrie about
gonna be over
that
here.
moment.
Not in the poison ivy.
Yeah, not in the
You're
poison.
in the poison ivy.
But I'm
Okay,
not.
good. All right.
I see it.
Sorry. I'm
Okay,
just
hang on
trying
a
to
second. Let
protect
me
you.
just make sure I'm in focus here.
Hold on one second. I'm going to go a little bit wider, and I've got to get out of raw to do that.
Okay.
Okay. And now I can get.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And
Yeah. Did you cut somewhere along the way, and then rolled again?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give a hand clap. Tell me if you can see this.
Yep.
Okay. This is Harlan. B-roll. Take 2.
Okay, Harlan, you have a photograph in your hands there. Can you tell me about that?
Tell Carrie about it.
Okay. Well, I was in the hospital in Oakland, California, for debriefing and medical checks, dental checks, and psych checks, and everything. And the folks came out to visit, and my dad had not seen me yet since I had gotten back. And I was in the hall of the hospital to greet them, and he came up, and this was the hug.
Hold it up onto your chest and face it toward us, if you would.
Yes.
There you go. Beautiful.
It kind of says it all.
Yeah.
What was happening then, Harlan?
What? Well, it is, and we both hugged, and then I hugged my mom and my sister, and it was a very, very happy time. It doesn't look happy there, but it was very happy.
And hold that up again. Beautiful. That's fantastic. And Fran, look down at the photo for a moment.
Yeah, the emotional release in your dad's face is just heart-wrenching.
I gave the cameraman a lot of credit for that shot.
Yeah.
Until
His dad's health was failing, and I am sure that he forced himself to stay
Until I
as
got
the
back.
peace talks were going on. And he passed away about 7 months after Harlan came home.
They at least knew that I had made it out of the plane and that I had made it into the POW camp, because the photo plane that came back to assess the bomb damage where I was shot down caught me in the chute, so they knew that I had made it out of
His
the
head
plane.
was up instead of down,
Down.
so he
So-
was alive.
Right.
excuse me.
And then they didn't know anything else for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it was actually almost 5 years before the first letter from home, because we were not treated as prisoners of war, we were treated as criminals, so.
Couldn't have contact with family.
No. But fortunately, later on we started to get mail, but that was after, it was 5 years before I got the first communication from home.
Tell me the story. You talked about, Fran, I believe it was your story, about there's no bad day when what?
Oh, when we were first dating, I was still asleep, and Ever the Marine bounced up and went out and got coffee and brought it back to the room. And I woke up to him jumping on the bed. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "You know, there's no such thing as a bad day when the doorknob is on the inside." So,
All right. So this time, tell the story again. Talk about jumping on the bed, and then you say what you said.
okay.
Oh.
Remind him of what he said.
Yeah,
Okay, we were dating, and Harlan went out to get coffee while I was still asleep, and came back into the room, and I woke up to him jumping on the bed laughing. And you were
just
saying,
there's never a bad day when the door handle is on the inside.
Beautiful. Let's get the story of when you on your repatriation, when you were coming up to, I believe, coming out of the transport plane, and
And
a
the
general
Oh,
approached
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You
This
ready,
was the plane. We left the Philippines in a plane, and we stopped in Hawaii. And we had a chance to get off the plane, stretch our legs and everything before the flight back to the U.S. Well, they had all the high-powered help there that are in Hawaii, like the admiral that was in charge of the Navy, and the three-star general that was in charge of all the Marines in the Pacific and everything. And as we're walking, you know, they're standing and the POWs are walking down. And as I'm walking by the general and shaking his hand, he said, well, and I'm a colonel now. I never was a major because I went through major as I was a prisoner of war. So the colonel said, "Colonel, welcome back to the Corps." And I said, "Well, thank you, General, but I never left."
That's beautiful.
I love that story.
Yeah. And now just sit quietly and reflectively a little bit, and I'm going to just get some.
Some of
Framing
that
it.
story got back to the Commandant of the Marine Corps.
What is it?
It got that story there that got back to the Commandant. Yes.
These guys are amazing.
Yes.
Just a little bigger, and they'd be hummingbirds.
Do you
I
guys
see.
sometimes hold hands when you're sitting?
Never.
You guys are too lovely.
We yell loud too.
Yelling is good. Got it? We want to get an over the shoulder of him with the.
Yeah. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the photo?
Yeah.
My eyes are still watering from the photo.
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry about that, but
Yeah.
I
it's so
weep
moving.
when I look at that.
Bill, should I?
Am I in your shot now?
It's
Yeah.
upside down, Harlan.
I'll move. No, actually, you guys are going to be looking at
Hi.
it now.
You're
Actually,
going to look at the photo.
you're going to be looking at it.
They're
I'll
going to
just-
film you over your shoulder.
I'm just going to move out of the way because I'm recording the sound.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll move over here. Is this a good spot? Yeah.
I'm just wondering whether it's too blown out in the background there, or am I okay? No, this is okay.
I can get a piece from here too. Give me a moment.
Hard to see your mom there.
Yeah.
Give me a moment to get level here.
Yeah, I just noticed her. But
The curve of your back is emotional as well.
I was hugging too.
Oh, yeah.
Bet you were.
And I'm sure there were a few tears.
Yep. I don't know if you picked up this.
Okay,
That's
you got
that's
roll again, sir?
I'm rolling.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. This is 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is is this good? This is Harlan
Yep.
3.
okay. This is first time my dad saw me after I got off the plane in Oakland, and they flew out from Ohio to see me get off the plane, and this is my mom up here in the corner there, getting a hug from both of them. It's such an emotional time. They knew that I had at least made it out of the airplane, but they had no idea that that made it through until they saw me get off the airplane in Oakland, California. In February of 1965, quite a
70
day.
Yeah.
Oh, 73, I mean, not six,
No, it
73.
was 65. You were right.
Well, no, 65 is when I started, 73 when I got off the plane.
Yeah. He was a third-degree Mason, was he not?
Yes, he was a third-degree Mason, very active.
He has his ring on.
32nd degree.
That's a powerful photo.
It sure is. It was a powerful moment. I haven't forgotten it. I can still feel a hug from both of them. That gets me when my nose is running.
That's beautiful. You good, Phil?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great.
Let me,
Well,
He's a snacky.
yes.
all right. We have one shot left.
Yep, I'm going to cut.